Bruchim Habaim, welcome to the land of Israel, Be'eretz Yisrael, for the 21st day of the counting of the Omer. And how do we say 21 Be'ivrit in Hebrew? It is Esrim Va, which means and, Echat, 20 and 1. 20 and 1. And yesterday we started with Esrim. We started our 20s with Esrim, and now we're adding one more to make 21. So let's get ready to count. And we've talked about our Chaverim and to use a Lev Tov, a good heart. So get that good heart going and help me count Be'ivrit, our Misparim. You gonna help me? I need your help. That's what friends do. They help each other. All right, all together. You ready? Echat, Shtayim, Shalosh, Arba, Hamesh, Shesh, Shava, Shemona, Tesha, Eser. Echat Esrei, Shtayim Esrei, Shalosh Esrei, Arba Esrei, Shava, Arba Esrei, Hamesh Esrei, Shesh Esrei, Shava Esrei, Shemona Esrei, Tesha Esrei, Esrim from yesterday, and today it's Esrim Va'echat, one more. So we have Shava, we have Arba Esrei, and we have Esrim Va'echat. And that is 7, 14, 21. Look at that, you can count by sevens, and you can also count by fives. 5, 10, 15, 20. Every one. See how quick that is? If we didn't have to practice the 1, 2, 3, 4, Echat, Shtayim, Shalosh, Arba, we could get through this counting of the Omer so much easier and quicker. So we have also been adding one day every day, but we also remove the days to see how many more days the Israelites will be walking Bamidbar in the desert to get to that mountain, looking for a mountain. It's the smallest of all the mountains, and it is called Mount Sinai. Very good. And they are in the desert, is called the Sinai Desert. All right, so we have, in the synagogue, they will say, and in the evening when they're counting, they will say 3 weeks. They will have done 3 weeks, right? Shavua, 1 week. Shavuot, Echat, Shtayim, Shalosh, 3 weeks. So we are going to remove Echat, Shtayim, Shalosh, 3 weeks, and we have, or the Israelites have, 28 more days that they're walking. Got a holach, walk in the desert. And we have 28 more days until we get to Shavuot, the holiday that we are going toward. And this is a harvest of the barley and a harvest of the wheat at the end. So we've been talking about kibbutzim, Be'eretz Yisrael, in the land of Israel. So I'm going to take you again today to kibbutz Katan. Kibbutz Katan. Katan, remember? Katan. We are going to check out different kinds of kibbutzim. We are going to look at kibbutzim that have eitzim, trees, but there are other kibbutzim like the Ahava products that they sell all over the world. Some of them are moisturizers for your hands, your arms, your face. They also have mud from the Dead Sea that is very therapeutic. It helps your skin, and guess what? It was the first sunscreen. They would cover themselves because when you are Bamidbar in the desert, it is so hot. You have to have a hat, you have to have sunglasses, you want to cover yourself if there's a sandstorm because the sand hits you, it hurts. I've been in a sandstorm and it really does hurt you, your skin. So they manufacture things at kibbutzim. They put things together, they develop things, just a whole bunch of different kinds of kibbutzim. But we are going to talk about the ones that have trees, like the orchards, the kibbutzim that have orchards. And I'm going to show you this eitz because it's beautiful. And we count the Omer in the evening when the Shemesh Lamata, when the sun goes down, right? But look at the beautiful sunset, all the different colors. We have Katom, orange. We have Kachol, blue. And we have Verod, the V on the road, pink, right? Look how barren. This must be Bamidbar in the desert. It's very barren. Not a lot is growing. So that is an eitz Be'eretz Yisrael. We have an eitz in a neighborhood in Israel. And this neighborhood looks very different than our neighborhoods. We have cement sidewalks, and we have a lot of green grass. But here they have a lonely tree in the center, and they have a lot of, it looked like Jerusalem stone and stone homes, and they have walkways that are covered in stone. Remember, it's warmer there than it is here. And they have little tunnels underneath the stairs. They have plants like we do, but their area here is very different. People live in homes like this. Some of them are homes and some of them are apartments or condos. Though the condos are a lot more modern. But this is a little neighborhood. It's very pretty, and it has an eitz. And this looks like it could be in a city, Ba'er, in a city. And now we're going to talk about eitzim that grow foods. One of the kibbutzim that I was at, outside of the place we stayed, had bananas growing, and they were in their pod. It was a beautiful pod. I wasn't there long enough to see the bananas harvested. They also had, it was a ghetto fighters museum, kibbutz and museum, and they also had a lot of trees, eitzim, that had peirot on them. They were we saw peaches and apricots, and I'm not sure what all there were. I've seen orange trees too in Israel. So this is an orange grove in Israel, tapuz, tapuzim, tapuz al ha'etz. We have orange tapuz, tapuzim, more than one, eitz, tree, tapuzim al ha'etz. The oranges are on the tree. That's one kind. And here again we have a picture of a little girl, Yalda Katan, and she is harvesting, or maybe she's just hungry and wants one tapuz. And fruit in Hebrew is pri, right? We say bere pri hagafen, thank you for the fruit on the vine. This is the fruit on the tree, and we've said that blessing too. Thank you for the food that grow on the trees. And we have the blessing for the food that grows on the earth, which I'm not going to talk about, but Israel has a lot of food that grows besides wheat and barley and things like that grow in the ground. We're just talking about fruit right now that grows on trees. And by the way, nuts also grow on trees. One thing I thought was interesting, in English we say, that orange is orange. She's wearing an orange dress. I love to eat oranges. But in Hebrew, an orange is a tapuz, but the color orange, like Yael here, is katom. Katom. So even though Hebrew is a small language, they have two separate words for orange and orange. And she looks like she's going to enjoy that delicious orange tapuz. I like this picture because it has gagalim, right? Wheels. Wheels on the bus, the wheels on the truck, wheels on the train. So this is a truck, and they're taking their harvest to the market. Could be the shuk, could be a manufacturing place that will distribute them to the grocery stores. We have tapu, so an orange is tapuz, and an apple is tapuchim, apples. And these are adom, tapuchim adom, red apples, and these are yerok, green apples. We have a truck that is adom We have eitzim that are yerok. Let's count our wheels, our gagalim. Echat, shtayim, shalosh, arba. These gagalim are all the same size. This is a special truck that takes the harvest. And when they don't fill it with apples, tepuchim, they might fill it with oranges or whatever is ready for being harvested at that time. One time when I was in the land of Israel, I found a brochure at a grocery store. I like this brochure. Cherries also grow on a tree. I have pears, rimonim, pomegranates, figs, dates, tamar, almonds, apricots, plums, and more grow on trees, and most of those grow in Israel. But these are delicious looking red cherries. And on the back, look at this. Cheerios. I have one of these at school that I've shown you before, where it has Hebrew and it has Cheerios in English. But it has the Hebrew thing so that the parents know different things too. They don't know English. Also, yesterday when we were talking about the kibbutzim with the parah, with the cow, and they were giving milk, I forgot to talk to you about all the things that we use milk for, like cottage cheese and yogurt and Gavina cheese and sour cream for those blintzes that we'll serve on Shavuot at the end of this counting of the Omer, and glida ice cream. There's a lot we use with milk, but maybe in Israel they have almond milk too. We don't know. Another fun thing that I saw in here is dog food. Down here, they have dog food. So they have a lot of the same things that we have in our grocery stores. The other thing before we end our unit on Israel is I want you to remember that we talked about yesterday, God created the world in 6 days, and on the 7th day he rested, and the Israelites are wandering in the desert to find Mount Sinai. And when they get to Mount Sinai, God is going to give us 10 commandments and a whole Torah filled with 613 mitzvot. Those are laws. Those are things we're commanded to do to make our world a better place. So the interesting thing is, without those rules, there's chaos. We don't like chaos. People will ask you, how are you doing? And you'll say, okay, I'm fine. In Israel, they say, baseder, baseder. Everything is in order. That is their way of saying, okay. And another thing that they like to say there, when they see somebody they haven't seen or they're excited to see, they go, yofi, yofi. Yofi is a slang word that they use in Israel from yafeh. Yafeh is beautiful. Yafeh ma'od. You are a beautiful person. So when they say yofi, that's what they're saying. That you're beautiful, and it makes their day beautiful that they get to see you. So, I forgot to welcome Uri and his friend from Israel, Yael, and Gamal. They're going to say Shalom, Yom Tov, and Uri will say Lehitraot, because he will see you again tomorrow. Whereas our other friends are going to stay in Israel, and we're going to fly back to the United States of America and go to our homes. So we'll say Shalom to our friends in Israel. Yom Sababa. Have an awesome day. And don't forget to use your Lev Tov.